Welcome to Financial Domination, where knowledge is power. What happens when two of the world's biggest economies decide to push back against the West? In a world where economic power often translates to geopolitical influence, we're seeing a fascinating shift as Russia and China, two global powerhouses, are pushing back against the Western world. This isn't just a political maneuver, but a strategic economic realignment that could redefine the global economic order. Russia's increasing reliance on Chinese banks paints a vivid picture of this shift. Yuan borrowings to Russian financial institutions have more than quadrupled, underlining a significant move away from the dollar. This shift towards yuan-backed loans is a clear signal of Russia's intent to diversify its reserves away from the dollar, a strategy that's been gaining momentum since the invasion of Ukraine. The Big Four Chinese banks have stepped up to the plate, increasing their exposure to Russia from $2.2 billion to $9.7 billion in just 14 months. Despite Western banks reducing their exposure to Russia, President Putin is making it challenging for foreign firms to withdraw operations. But it's not just Russia making moves. China is also playing its part in this economic shift. The country is dumping US bonds and planning a major revival of its economy, indicating a clear intent to reduce its dependence on the Western world. As the US continues to contain the Chinese and Russian economies, these actions are pushing both countries into a strategic alliance. This isn't just about survival, but about reshaping the global economic landscape. With the West's containment of Chinese and Russian economies, it's clear that these two countries are forging a new alliance that could change the global economic landscape. As Russia breaks away from traditional dollar-dependent trade, we find ourselves pondering over the potential ripple effects this could have on the world economy. The term at play here, de-dollarization, may seem to be a complex one, but at its core, it's simply about a country or a cluster of countries reducing their reliance on the US dollar. Let's focus our attention on Russia for a moment. The nation has been strategically working towards diversifying its reserves, moving further away from dollar dependence. It's apparent that this is more than just an economic strategy. It is a direct challenge to the Western economic supremacy. Please take a moment to subscribe and share this analysis with your friends. But why is this significant? For many years, the US dollar has held the position of the world's reserve currency, the pillar of international trade. However, as Russia and potentially other countries veer away from the dollar, a global economic shift may be on the horizon. The dollar's status could be at risk, causing a wave of effects across nations worldwide. Take, for example, Russia's increasing reliance on Chinese banks, as yuan borrowings have quadrupled in just over a year. This move towards loans backed by the renminbi is a solid testament to Russia's de-dollarization ambitions. This isn't occurring in isolation. China is also decreasing its holdings of US bonds, thus moving away from the dollar. But what does this imply for the global economy? It's an intricate puzzle to solve. On one side, a weaker dollar could stimulate US exports, as other nations would find American goods more reasonable. On the flip side, it could lead to interest rates soaring in the US, as the demand for bonds denominated in dollars declines. Furthermore, it could incite a change in global trade scenarios. Countries may begin considering alternative currencies for trade, paving the way for a more multipolar global economy. This could potentially usher in an era of a more balanced global economic landscape, but it also signals a period of uncertainty and turbulence as we adapt to the new world order. The move towards de-dollarization isn't merely a strategic move by Russia, but a blatant message to the West about the shifting dynamics of global power. In conclusion, the tides are shifting, and as the sun sets on one empire, it dawns on another. It is prudent to brace ourselves for a potential financial downfall. Our economy is hanging by a thread, and it has been stretched to its breaking point in recent years. It seems likely that a financial reset is looming in the future. Gold has been the reserve currency for thousands of years, and will likely regain popularity as nations scramble to preserve their wealth and stability. For those who are able to prepare, it would be wise to diversify into tangible assets such as land or property, as well as gold or cryptocurrencies. We welcome you to do your own research and stay tuned for more information about how to build wealth and thrive even during turbulent and uncertain times.